and you could correct me on my facts here, but Dr. Greger, and my friend, by the way, for many years, you started out in general medicine, but never really have seen many patients, have you?
Oh, it was really just my postgraduate medical training. Yeah, I was never in clinical medicine for, longer than that. I went directly to, actually went, as soon as I got out, I started traveling around speaking at medical schools, feeling that, how many people can I treat in a day? And so it was more important to train the trainers. And so went on the road and talked to other, budding docs.
Okay, look, listen, Dr. Greger, I understand that you have a stethoscope around your neck, but you don't have to start yelling or being aggressive. I will bow down and respect your authority because you must know what you're talking about when it comes to fruits and veggies because you got a freaking stethoscope around your neck. So Dr. Greger himself admitted that he doesn't have a practice. He doesn't work with patients. He has never worked with patients. He came straight out of his medical training, doing lectures, plant-based advocacy, as well as writing books, bashing meat and pushing a vegan agenda. What's funny is that he came straight out of medical training into this plant-based advocacy when during medical training, you receive zero training in nutrition. So none of the stuff that puts a MD or a doctor before his name, none of that is really useful if you're going to push a plant-based advocacy. So it's really just using the title of doctor and then putting an appeal to authority on that title and saying, I'm a doctor, and therefore everything I say on this subject, even though I've never been trained in this subject, has to be right because I'm a doctor and you're not, and that means that I'm smart and you're less smart. So all those pictures of Dr. Greger with a stethoscope are props, like a little boy playing fantasy in his room, playing doctor, really, those Fisher-Price, doctor sets where you put the stethoscope and you play doctor. I did it. There's no shame in that. But when a grown man who is actually a doctor puts a stethoscope around his neck to sell a few books and to appeal to authority and to try and give him more credit than he actually deserves through basically a prop, just a make-believe tool around his neck that he will never actually use for what is its purpose is for. And its purpose is to auscultate. It's not to sell books.